Would another lockdown make a difference in slowing the virus?
Might make a difference. It wouldn't change a whole lot for us. We're pretty well locked down anyway these days, but I think it would only help because a lot of people don't seem to be as cautious as what we are.
Yes, I think so.
Why?
Well, you have all the kids, so none of the kids are in school, so I think that helps prevent the spread through the kids. Not all the kids are vaccinated. They don't have their second vaccine, so that's important to me, and so yes, I think so.
I really can't say. The way they're saying that it's going right now is it's like it's just zero. We can't stop it. It's just like a flu, and there's no stopping it. So I don't know if a lockdown is going to control it or not, but if that's what they think is best, that's what we got to go with, I suppose.
I don't know. I think it would, because it would stop people from interacting with each other, especially people who have the virus but aren't aware of it, have no symptoms. But it'd be pretty hard on people.
Considering it's past the holiday season and everybody's already had the time with their families, I would say that maybe it could be helpful. It's really hard to say. I mean, you have places like the United States that just let it, kind of air out, and a lot of places are getting less cases now because of it. But honestly, it's really hard to know where to stand on this one.
I don't know whether it's out because it's out there in the community now so much. I don't know if it would or not, to be honest with you. I guess most people are. I know us. We're not going anywhere most of the time. But I got two minds on that. I'm not sure.
Probably it would, but at some point we have to get out and we have to live. So I think vaccinations are really important. Those that are not fully vaccinated must put their minds to getting vaccinated. That might be a better answer than another lockdown. We cannot continually lock down. Economy and humankind cannot take that much longer.
No, because they've already tried that. And it didn't work the first time. It would only work if everybody did it, and everybody's not going to do it.
My personal opinion is that I don't think the lockdown helps anymore, just because with all our vaccines, I got my booster shot as well as the flu shots. I feel like the only way we can beat this now is to kind of get that herd immunity going. With that herd immunity, I feel like that would allow us to live with this instead of avoiding it completely, because obviously we tried that before and that didn't work out. So I hope this time around it might be better.
The servers and stuff, there's no work for them. And we've laid them off. This will be 5 times in 22 months. So I think it's time we learn to live with it instead of sticking our heads in the sand.
We don't know about that already, right? Like, we've been through so many lockdowns by now, but it's just like, I really feel more comfortable wearing masks and social distancing and everything, but lockdown, I don't see how it's really, improving the situation.
Although I'm not qualified to make any sort of guess there, I would think yes. I have been a firm supporter of stricter lockdowns. I feel like perhaps there was an opportunity that if we had have gone into a more strict lockdown earlier and kept it longer, maybe we wouldn't still be in this. Who am I to know? But I wouldn't be against another lockdown.
I'm unsure, because from what I've read, a lot of the increase in the amount of people contracting the virus seems to be because of a lot of unvaccinated people. So if those people continue to not want to get vaccinated, I don't know how another lockdown is going to necessarily help fix that issue.
It will probably help us stop the spread, but it's also kind of having a toll on mental health. So it's kind of a win-lose situation. So I'm not really sure about that.
Yes, personally, I believe a hard lockdown is probably the way to go and would definitely slow things down and give us a bit of a breather and hopefully buy some time for medical professionals.
No, I don't at all. And the scientific evidence confirms that. So I think that what is being done now is all that could be done. And basically it looks like the governments have resolved, without saying so, to just let it go. And I think that's what they're doing. And that's, I think, we have to do.
No, not at all. So I'm not Canadian. I'm coming from Germany. And you see, if you're keeping distance, wearing your mask, and getting vaccinated, getting your booster, we'll go through that pretty good. You too?
I agree. I think the locking down, particularly for children, is very harmful.
Yes.
No, absolutely not. The lockdowns can't slow an airborne pandemic down. Viruses are ubiquitous. They're all over the place. We breathe in dozens of different viruses every week. We have since the day we were born. So no, there's no amount of masking or social distancing will have any effect whatsoever. And I think that's been proven in the data that's been coming out over the past 3-4 months.
I really don't believe it is going to make a difference. I think it's about time that we get on with our lives. It's not people are going to get sick. It's going to be like the flu. We've all got our shots. Let's just keep on living.
I follow the science, and I think the middle way is to listen to government policy that tends to be taking as much information from as many sources, and so I feel pretty confident just following government policy.
You know, at this point, I don't think it is. I think the key is to keep getting people vaccinated. I mean, seriously. And I'll speak from my own experience that we took all the measures we could, and both my wife and I caught COVID. And we're fully vaccinated, and the symptoms were like a medium cold for a week. We've recovered. And, you know, we're pretty thankful that we were vaccinated.